Hello and welcome back to Come Geek Some. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for all future content. Recently, Mignogna has filed a motion to compel in relation to discovery requests and against Monica Rial and Ron Toye. The actual motion notes that Vic has asked for a confidentiality agreement that would, among other things, protect the identities of any accusers who came forward. If you remember, Ron actually sent a few tweets out saying that there was over 100 people who were going to, give evidence and say that Vic done this and done whatever. And this actual document is actually really funny because it actually goes against everything Ron and Monica have said, and they literally just object to nearly everything. They object to turning over discovery materials because, it's bad faith and too broad. And it's just like, what the hell are you doing? These are actual Monica and Ron's objections to discovery requests. They were filed on June the 10th. This was actually the day the materials were due as per Casey Eric's receipt of service. And one of the objections demanded a Rule 11 confidentiality agreement, citing a Vic tweet from February 8th. So we're going to go straight into it now. And obviously, the first page is this one here, obviously. Plaintiff's motion to compel. Honourable Judge of said court, Vic respectfully asks that the court overrule or strike their objections and order them to respond to his discovery requests. And obviously, a bit of background, he's included all the request for production of documents along with service of his original petition. And obviously, prior to Ron and Monica's responses being due, Vic did propose to do a confidentiality order to protect anyone who came forward and gave evidence, which is what Ronald and Monica said they claimed they had. And according to this document, it doesn't seem like they want to turn over any evidence whatsoever. So, we're going to go down to Exhibit A first, which is actual Ronald Toye's objections and responses. And to be honest with you, I just read him and I'm just like, what the hell are you doing, Ron? So, the first one for Ron is, identify all persons who assist or participate in the answering of this served on you in the above numbered cause of action. And Ron's answer, defendant objects, because it seeks privileged information. Wow. It just goes to show that Ron and Monica, they are literally just like, I'm going to object to everything. I'm not going to give anything to anyone regarding this. And it's, in my eyes, again, I don't study law. I don't know the law that well. And to me, this is just basically Ron just giving a big, middle finger to the courts. And it's like, I'm not going to give you anything. But I really don't understand why they've said that they've got all these things, all these supposed women who are going to come forward and, give evidence and everything else. I'd be like, right, okay, yeah, I'd get them. Because this makes you look really bad. It's like, I'm not going to give you any evidence even though I said I had tons. That's how it kind of sounds like to me. But again, in number 2, identify each instance of the at least 4 people who, who gave you accounts of what's happened. And Ron has gone, I object, because it seeks to have defendant prematurely marshal all of his evidence. Defendant further objects to this because it seeks information that is in the possession of the plaintiff and may be publicly accessible and or equally accessible to plaintiff. Defendant further objects to this because it assumes fact and not in evidence. Well, these people, if you bring these people forward, that's going to be fact and they're going to be the evidence. Jesus Christ, Ron. Number 3. Identify each person you allege plaintiff done this to in your answer to number 2. I object because it's exactly the same as number 2. And the majority of all these now, they mostly are exactly the same. His answer to every single one is mostly defendant objects this because it seeks to have defendant prematurely marshal all of his evidence. And, Ron has got that for questions 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for all 14, for 13 out of 14, he has given the exact same response. Again, the requests I was asked from Ty and Vic and all that was all documents and communications. So emails, Twitter, whatever, Facebook, you name it. And Ron has gone back with his response. Defendant objects as this request is overly broad, unduly burdensome, vague, and ambiguous. Ron, you know exactly what they want. But again, this answer is exactly the same for number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7. Number 8 is actually the funny one, because he actually is in all of them, but when you actually get down towards the end of it, it actually, it sounds a little bit more far-fetched, because he's like, defendant objects to the assertion that he has any obligation to prove allegations at this stage of the case. It's like, Ron, you said these people have come out to you. And, it's like it's on Vic to prove it. It's like, well, just go and do it, mate. You supposedly got all these people who are there, who are going to come out and give evidence for you, help you and Monica and everyone else. And you just kind of gone, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to give you anything, mate. I don't need to. And it's like, Ron, this could seriously happen, you mate. This is going to haunt you for a long time. Again, if you're paying for your lawyers, it's going to burn through money if you keep doing this. Unless you got the people who are, no win, no fee situation, one of those type of people. Which again, because of the actual situation of this case, I doubt it. But I really do think you may have got a cheap lawyer. So, we're going to move on to Monica now. And in Monica's, again, the objections to definitions and instructions, which were everything that, Vic asked for. And again, she has literally just basically answered exactly the same as Ron. Answer. Defendant objects to this because it seeks privileged information. Defendant objects to this because it seeks to have defendant prematurely marshal all of her evidence. They've basically just changed him to her. And when you look at it, it's like, dude, come on. It's like when you look at number 2 for Monica. Subject to and without wavering the aforementioned objections, defendant answers as follows. The conduct described happened too many times for defendant to clearly recall the specific date of each occurrence. And, she's saying there, the first such occurrence took place in the late 2000 or 2001 during a dinner with plaintiff at Cafe Adobe on Interstate 10 in Houston, Texas. Since that first dinner, plaintiff has exhibited the described behaviour too many times to count. But a couple of months ago, you said you and Vic were like one big family. And that's where the smoking gun lies, because if you go out publicly and state, you're one big family, you love each other, you do this, you do that, then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, let's gut this sucker for whatever he's got. There's something really, really wrong. And it's just like, what the hell is going on, It's absolutely crazy. You have literally just said no to every single question and every single bit of thing that they've asked for. But again, it doesn't surprise me. Mostly because, well, this is what you're doing. It's, I can see what you're trying to do. You're probably trying to get it thrown out. And I don't know if it's going to work or not. Because, even with Ty has even said, he's even got emails by here. It's one, you got one by here. The motion will likely be filed tonight. They say this is June the 19th now. And we will ask for sanctions against you, of course, for flagrant discovery abuse. Your sudden concern for safety is transparently self-serving and ridiculous. It's now very clear that your clients can't back up their public claims. If you were actually concerned about the identity of these witnesses, you would have accepted our offer to redact their names. Obviously, your real concern is that your clients are about to be publicly exposed as liars. Maybe these discovery games will work out for you, but I doubt it. You really should just comply with the rules. The purpose of discovery is to allow the parties to investigate claims being made. Your attempt at prior restraints won't work. Ty. But then you had Eric go back to him and say, Ty, we are opposed. Be advised, we will seek sanctions against you, your client, or both, for having to respond. And it's just like, Casey, I don't know what you're trying to do here, mate. You are literally grasping at straws with everything. Again, there's quite a few more emails and everything else in that actual document. So there is 52 pages, and I've only gone over like the first 30, skimmed over the first 30, really. But what I'll do, I will leave a link below in the description box for everyone to read. If you want to have a go read the full 52 pages, go ahead. It's quite interesting. But hopefully this gets not dragged out, which is by the looks of things of what Monica and Ron are trying to do. They hope it does, but I really hope it doesn't. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see you lovely people soon.